Good to go. I got 6:30.
All right, so call the order the public hearing and plan commission meeting at 6:30 here at the Richard Young Fire Station. Roll call, please.
Got October 22nd, 2025. President Gerke,
Here.
trustee Baum,
Here.
trustee Beal. Here. Commissioner Alhoffen,
Here.
Commissioner Eberly,
Here.
Commissioner Howard. Here. Commissioner McCormick and Commissioner Lesser are both absent and excused. Planner Sumwalt,
Here.
Attorney Larson,
Here.
Engineer Lysis is present in the audience, Administrator Green,
Here.
and Clerk Capazzo to record the minutes.
All right, the first item on the agenda tonight is the public hearing. The process is we're going to have Oren kind of read his presentation in a minute. Then we'll follow it up with the petitioner addressing the commission if they so desire. Next, the plan commission and village board members will have the opportunity to ask questions of the village planner, the applicant, and or staff. Then we'll open the hearing up for witness testimony from those that wish to speak. Are there any speakers here on that item tonight? I don't see any.
Nope, everybody in the audience is an applicant.
All right, so I've got a lot more to read and I don't need to read it if no one's here for it. So we will move on to Oren. Go ahead.
Okay, so our,
Can we read the public
Oh,
hearing
yes,
notice?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. You want to?
Joint public hearing number 1 is a request by owner applicants Edward and Belinda Brocker to rezone the property located at W220N8143 Town Line Road, tax key LSBT 0192998, from the A5 Mini Farm Zoning District to the A10 Agricultural Zoning District. No changes are proposed to the Upland Corridor, Conservancy, or Shoreland Overlay Districts.
Ready for you, Oren?
okay, bear with me one second. I'm gonna bring up the rezoning exhibit. There we go. Okay, so we have a proposal for a rezoning by Mr. Brocker. The petitioners applied to rezone approximately 5.6973 acres. The area that encompasses is essentially Mr. Brocker's current property. The goal here is to purchase land from his adjacent neighbor to bring his parcel size up to 10 acres and to then have the A10 zoning for his property. And if you look at the rezoning exhibit, you can see the portion that's currently A5, which is his current property boundary, which is crosshatched on the exhibit on the screen. And you can see the areas of A10 property that Mr. Brocker is looking to purchase that kind of surround his parcel from his neighbor. Again, the goal being to get to 10 acres to have the A10 zoning. So the future land use for this particular parcel is low density, which allows smaller lots than what's being proposed, but you can have a larger lot than what's allowed in the zoning district. So because Mr. Brocker is proposing a zoning of a larger lot size, we're still consistent as far as the densities of the comprehensive plan and the land use map are concerned. As far as the types of things that we look at, we're looking at the setback requirements for the A10. It looks like Mr. Brocker's parcel would be meeting those post rezoning, should that get approved. And we do have a corresponding certified survey map that's in your packets as well as a future item here on our agenda that goes into the details of how this property would be overall at the end of this process, how it would be laid out between his property and his adjacent neighbor's parcel. And again, the adjacent neighbor is the one selling the land to Mr. Brocker. The petitioner is here. If there's any specific questions from the Plan Commission members or the board members for Mr. Brocker.
Does anyone on the plan commission or board have any questions for Oren before we go to the applicant? All right. And I don't think I said the magic words of the plan of the public hearing being open. And I know, Eric, you've gotten on me in the past, so I
Mhm.
apologize, but it is obviously open. So does the applicant, do you guys have anything you would like to add? If you do, please step up to the podium. If not, you're fine staying there.
Yeah. Unless you guys have any questions.
Does anyone have, and on the plan commission or board have a question for them? If so, I can have them step up.
None.
I think we're good.
May I ask, do you have any plans to subdivide it all or do anything with it? You just want it more land?
Ed, since we do, can you come on,
Yes.
can you come on up here?
No, nothing is going to change whatsoever. We're not, and as far as the changing even from A5 to A10, I mean, I'm not getting any cows. We're not building anything or changing anything. It really is a matter of, Oren had a great exhibit up there. When you look at that, we're kind of surrounded by a little tiny strip on the north side. And then part of our pond is kind of where the lot line is. And so I had talked to my neighbor for decades. I had very, very wonderful neighbors. And she's now to the point where she's going into assisted living. And so we always talked about, geez, I'd like to get that back so that the whole pond is on our property like it was originally 60 years ago. And you have that one strip in the quarry. That's what you don't see, of course, is the topography here. But when you get to that north edge, it's just a cliff that goes down into the old, would have been Zinke property when Plainview subdivision was first developed. And so, and I said, you don't really need that strip, and all it's doing is growing buckthorn. And so this way, we'd have that and we could take care of that. And so that's all we're doing. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. A lot of that gets into what would be either shoreland or the conservancy. And so nothing will really change at all.
Anyone else have any questions?
No.
All right, and last chance, anyone, in the public wish to make comments?
No one
There's
present
else?
on Zoom other than staff.
All right, so then I will, hearing no objections, I will close the public hearing at 6:38. And then, so that was item 3. Item 4 is citizen comments. Are there any citizens that wish to speak in on anything else on tonight's agenda? Hearing none, then we will, thank you, Linda. Have a good night.
Good night.
Item 5 is approval of the meeting minutes from the September 24th, 2025 public hearing and plan commission.
There is a familiar typo on page 1 in the roll call. It should just read that trustees Moonen and Baum were here, not Quinn, Moonen, Beal, and Baum. It's from my template and I missed pulling those out. So I'd like to ask for approval with that correction.
So moved.
Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries, whatever we're, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us, 5-all.
And that was Joe and Rob.
Yes.
Thank you.
So item 6, A is discussion and necessary action by the applicant, Eric Obrowski of Newman Developments for approval of the final plats for the Homestead Ridge subdivision to be located at N68W26098 Silver Spring Drive, Lisbon tax key number 0221.999.004. Eric, is that not Eric?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want to step on up? We'll have Oren start with reading his information in, and then we'll go to you.
Okay, so this is a final plat review for Homestead Ridge. The past of this would be that on July 9th, a developer's agreement and letter of credit was approved by the village board. On January 10th, there was a rezoning that took place to get this parcel to the zoning that it has currently to allow the subdivision development. And there was previously a concept plan review. And obviously the plan commissions also looked at the preliminary plat for this at the same time that we did the Horn CSM to the north. So the overall, the final plat is substantially consistent with the approved preliminary plat. That's the short version. One of the things that I wanted to bring to your attention, this is accompanied by, and I have the plat up on the screen right now. This is accompanied by declaration of protective covenants and also a landscape plan. And the landscape plan had been included with the preliminary plat, but unfortunately it didn't make it into the packet, so you all didn't get to see it. And so they're looking for recommendations of approval for all three of those items to get forwarded along. The landscaping would be within an outlot along Silver Spring Drive for this phase of the plat. We'd be talking about outlot number 1. And there's a specific page that zooms in and shows what the island would be like at the entrance, the median, if you will, and then the zoomed in area for the east berm would be the portions that are pertinent to this phase, which would be phase 1 of the subdivision. State statute does allow you to do final plats in phases, which is how the developer has chosen to do this. So they're doing the east side of this subdivision first. Again, here's the final plat, and you can see kind of the middle of the parcel where the dividing line is of what we're looking at today and what will come to be in the future, which is, so the future western portion is currently shown as outlot number 4 on this document. One of the discussion items from the preliminary plat, if you recall, was a mowed path along Silver Spring, which was something that the plan commissioners wanted to see. One of the things that I'm recommending is that there be the addition of a 10-foot wide public pedestrian easement to the plat for that portion of the trail that would be along Silver Spring. So what I would envision is that maybe it would extend up to the court on the east end, and then over to, eventually to Wilderness Way. But just the southern portion of where that trail would be, not necessarily getting up and behind on the north end of the subdivision, but to allow flow through across the property. So that's one of the recommendations that shows up as condition 1 in Float's recommendations. The subdivision, again, a lot of the natural resources that exist are in outlot 2, the wetland areas on the north end of the parcel. There are some preservation restrictions that came from the certified survey map that created this parcel that are getting noted on the face of this document regarding those wetlands. And I believe there's already signage in the works, correct, for the median area?
I believe it's actually already submitted and approved.
Okay. So the last thing I wanted to note is that we did receive a letter from Waukesha County. In my staff review, I had said that we hadn't received anything yet, but we did receive Waukesha County's conditional approval letter, essentially. So that's in your packets tonight as well. And Mr. Obarski is here to answer any questions that you might have.
Warren, just to be clear, we're not approving those covenants tonight, right? You're just letting us know they submitted them.
We're letting you know that it's been submitted and it would get forwarded along to the,
Village board?
to the board for their consideration, yes.
Thank you.
As would the plat document itself.
Good.
That's all I have.
Can I just follow up on that?
What is the, I'm trying to find it, but what does the ordinance say as to approval of landscape plans and the declaration? Who's supposed to approve those?
The way that I have it spelled out for a condition of approval is that prior to commencing construction or recording of the document, whichever occurs first, the petitioner should submit those documents for review and approval from the board.
Both for the landscape plan and
Correct. And the covenants, yep.
All right, Eric, you have anything you'd like to add or follow up on?
No, I have no answer any questions.
Sure.
Under the general notes, number 8, you might want to change October Fields to Homestead Ridge.
Yeah, that was in the county's write-up. If you look at the Waukesha County write-up,
Good.
that's one of their. It's actually, I believe Old Highlander is listed in one of the other pages.
Anything else?
Yeah, I mean, this is the first 24 lots. We'll come in next year with the rest of the lots. We'll do this in 2 phases. This is exactly what the pre-plat looked like, so.
Mitch, you had some comments on this. I think those are pretty self-explanatory.
Yep.
All right,
So are we approving the landscape plans even though we haven't seen them?
That should be in your packets.
The landscape plans?
Yep.
I did not have printed copies of that, but it should have been in your digital packet.
So it's definitely in the online version.
yeah,
Okay,
I didn't look at it either.
well, I didn't. Turn it off, okay.
we're not really agenda for that. We're agenda for the final plan. That's why I was asking who approves it. If the board approves them and we don't, then we just go straight to the board.
Does that work?
Mhm.
Okay, so we're looking at, yeah, just the final plat for approval then. All right. That should get us more comfortable, Joe.
Whatever Eric says is fine with me. Most days.
All right, if there's no further discussion, does someone want to make a motion?
I have
or-
a comment,
Go ahead.
just a comment to be made on the, on some of, quite a few of the lots, they have the septic sanitary beds.
Mhm.
Like right up to the property line, those have to stay within the property line borders.
Mhm.
Can't cross over.
Correct.
Okay, that's happened before, so I'm just pointing that out, and our code now reads that.
And
But
aware.
that's like they're right on the property line from the drawing, so.
What is depicted on this plat is far larger than what's needed. It's an area that is essentially outlined of where the soil sanitary testing was. The tester's free to actually test any portion of the lot that wasn't disturbed. So when they get installed and the sanitary permit is filed with the building department, all that'll be reviewed by the building department.
I just wanted to get it on record that that was part of our code now.
All right, any other discussion or? Not, is someone ready to make a motion? Anyone?
I'll move to approve the request by Eric Obarski and Newman Developments for the approval of a final plat of the Homestead Realty subdivision located at North 68 West 26098 Silver Spring Drive, LSBT 0221.99.004, along with planners' comments and engineers' comments I recommend, or make the motion for approval
So that you're recommending the village board for approval.
Correct.
and to go to the village board, yes.
All right. Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
there any additional discussion?
Did was the original grading plan that was approved for that subdivision include everything that was on the initial CSN, the preliminary plat? Or just for these 24 lots? Because they're out there, they're grading more than this 24 lots.
I think the initial grading plan was for the whole subdivision.
Okay, that's the only question I had.
Any other discussion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you.
Right, thank you. All right, so we'll move on to item B. We're back to you guys. Discussion necessary action on the request of the owner applicants, Edward and Belinda Brocker and Patricia Hamilton for approval of a two-lot CSM to adjust the common lot line of the properties located at W220 and 8143 Town Line Road. With Lisbon taxi number 0192.998 and W220 and 8073 Town Line Road with Lisbon taxi number 0192.999.001.
996.
Oh, all right. So again, 0192.996.001 and recommendation to the village board of the same. All right, so this is a little different. You've got a different set of comments here, Orin, right?
Yes, so for the certified survey map, again, when we discussed the rezoning, I mentioned that we'd be talking about this, so this sets the stage by creating the two parcels, one of which would then again have that A10 zoning at the end of the day if that gets approved. So this is a modification of the adjoining lot lines between Mr. Brocker and his neighbor, the Patricia C. Hamilton Survivors Trust, which would be the parcel immediately south of his, which again currently encompasses 3 sides of his parcel. The overall proposal, it's a 2-lot CSM. Lot 1 has an area of just a little over 10 acres. Lot 2 has an area of 27 acres. The proposal again for Lot 1, which would be Mr. Brocker's land, includes the proposed land that he would be purchasing from his neighbor. It encompasses his existing farmstead. There'd be access from Town Line Road via the same driveway that he uses today. And Lot 2 encompasses again the Hamilton Trust farmstead and has access via its own driveway to Town Line Road. As you can see on the certified survey map document, there would be quite a bit of land being dedicated for right-of-way, both along Plainview and along Town Line Road. So that is a benefit to the county as far as the county highway there is concerned. As far as environmental sensitive areas, there's quite as we heard from the petitioner, there's quite a bit on his parcel that carries over to his neighbors as well. Cornerstone Land Surveying used Waukesha County GIS data to depict wetlands, floodplain, shoreline zoning, and environmental corridors for the CSM. We have a recommendation that preservation restrictions to protect the wetlands be included on the CSM, kind of similar to what we looked at for the previous plat, which was a carryover from the CSM. Otherwise, we have our standard conditions that all conditions be addressed of the Plan Commission Board, engineer, planner, and attorney, and then the reimbursement of all fees to the village. And again, the petitioners are present if there's any specific questions for them.
I don't think we have any, well, do you have anything you want to state? If you do, come on up. Joe, looks like you might have a question.
Well, I've got a couple of things. Number one is, doesn't the county have to sign off on the CSM because of the dedication of, on V? On, I would think they would because you're dedicating land that's gonna end up with them. You might wanna have you wanna check on that, cause you don't wanna go through all this expense and get it screwed up.
For sure.
And the other
I don't know if
thing,
anything, does anything change on Town Line though? I mean, we have our frontage on Town Line. and
not on
Pat
town line, I'm
Hamilton does.
talking, yeah, on town line, which is a county highway.
Right,
Normally when there's a dedication, if I remember correctly, you're dedicating property to the county. So they are gonna need to sign off on it that it's correct.
It's a new dedication? It's
I
not
don't
existing?
know it because it's not, it doesn't say that on the cover sheet of the CSM.
and that's what I'd ask too, Commissioner Howard, it's like, that isn't
Yeah.
really changing at all.
Mitch, did we do that with Omular? Is Omular, their CSM did that, that was along Town Line, right? I don't remember if that one,
That might not have been described all the way to the center line though. So this particular property was described as center line.
Mitch, can you go to the mic?
So typically when a property is described to the center line, we request that a certain portion of that property be dedicated to the public. It's already an assumed dedication, I believe it's, or we have rights through an public easement for road right of way.
So another way of saying that, it's within the ultimate right of way.
Yep.
Described by the county. And so,
Which is already maintained and everything by the county or by the village as well, if it's off of Plainview.
so it's probably just a clarification, but it's a good question because I have another community that dedicated ultimate right of way that the DOT had described by a CSM, and then the DOT got all huffy about it, saying, we don't want that right of way.
Right.
And we had to go through a vacation process to get rid of it.
It's a good
So,
question to ask your surveyor and get a piece of paper from the county. So you've got it in your file, so you don't have to deal with this in 10 years when something else happens. The other thing I have is on sheet 5 of 8 of the CSM, have your surveyor verify that on note 4, that is truly the Village of Menominee Falls FEMA maps. It very well may be, but again, I'm just trying to save you expense in the future. If you look on, I don't know if you have a copy of the CSM in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay, look on sheet 5 of 8, under surveyor's notes. Take your time, man, we got plenty of time, we get paid by the week. Yeah. If you look at sheet 5 of 8, you look at note 4, it refers to the FEMA floodplain map of the Village of Menominee Falls, which very well may be true, because Menominee Falls is across the street. That may be the correct FEMA map. Just verify that, have your surveyor verify that that's right.
Okay. I don't think it never floods.
Well, that has no basis in reality whatsoever. It's whether it's on that FEMA map. So just, that's the only comments I have. Just have them check on that's in fact Menominee Falls and not Lisbon. Okay, that's the only comments I have.
You have something else you wanted to add? Anyone else? Sherry, Fran, Rob? All right, are we ready for a motion for approval and recommendation to the village board on this? Anyone want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the certified survey map of Edward Brocker for the property located at West 220 North 8143 Town Line Road, Lisbon, Wisconsin, and West 22080, North 8073 Town Line Road, Lisbon, Wisconsin, LSBT 0148998006 and LSBT 0148998007, with the planners and engineers' recommendations and conditions.
I'll second it.
Okay, I got Sherry and Joe.
Eric,
I just wanted to be clear that this is a recommendation to the board.
It's me.
Right,
My motion
that-
is changed.
and the second's fine with that?
Yes,
All right.
Sherry's always right.
Any additional discussion?
Just a word.
Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. And motion carries. And then next is item C, which is
You guys
discussion.
are done.
Nope, I don't,
No.
I think so. They got the
Oh,
next
got
one.
the
their
grading
rezone.
permit. I'm sorry. I tried to get you home.
So the same applicants for the same properties for the zoning from rezoning from the A5 mini farm zoning district to the A10 agricultural zoning district, and recommendations to the village board of the same. This is what was on the public hearing. So Orin, you already read your information to the record.
Yep, and I've got the exhibit for the rezoning back up on the screen.
Property owner already addressed everything. The board asked their questions. Is there anything else that we'd like to add or discuss? If not, is someone ready to make a motion on this item?
I'll move to approve the rezoning for Ed and Belinda Brocker to rezone the property from A5 mini farm to A10 agricultural located at W220 North 8143 Town Line Road, tax key number 0192.998, and recommendation to the board of the same with planners' comments and engineers' comments.
With no changes proposed to the UC, C1 or Shoreland overlay districts.
What Elisa said.
Okay,
Recommendation to the board.
yes.
All right,
I'll second it.
we got a second. All right,
Brian and Joe.
all right. Is there any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries 5-0.
Now
You
you can
gotta
go
say
home.
this. No.
Let me just say, basically, some years here, it's pretty cool to see how Lisbon has grown. I mean, I wish it was still, would remain as rural as when I was a kid, but that's not gonna happen. So it's pretty nice to see it. I mean, it was a little rough getting to be a village, but thanks to Matt and Joe, it's a great, we did it. And it's just cool. You guys are doing a good job. So.
Thank you.
Citizen, thanks.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ed. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Have a great Halloween.
So item D is discussion and necessary action on the request by Tyler. I'll give it a shot. I'm terrible with names, but Trepreneur. Okay. And
Expedition Off-Road.
I would have gotten it if it hadn't. For approval of a new site plan of operation to reflect the new ownership of the business and property located at W230 and 9515 Colgate Road with Lisbon taxi number 0149.999.002 in the B3 General Business Zoning District. You can come on up and then Orin will start with his comments.
So this is again, site plan of operation for Tyler's business. He is looking to purchase the property from John Fenn. And he has been operating there since 2022, I believe, Tyler?
Yep.
So there was previously in November of 2022, a site plan of operation. We have, which I will bring up a up-to-date site plan that Tyler was able to procure. Just for the folks. There. So the proposed use is essentially the same as what had been there. I think a difference might be that Tyler's focus is more on the trailer sales and repair. I think when John originally got his approval back in 2022, this had been more of an auto repair use, and he was just at that time contemplating getting into the trailer part. And now I think the trailer part has surpassed the repair activities going on there. So there will be some repair of the company vehicle that Tyler uses, his truck, for hauling trailers from the manufacturer to his site. There will be potentially some minor vehicle sales as there had been previously. But again, those would be accessory to, or, much smaller portion of the business than the actual trailer repair and sales. So the site plan shows, where the parking and the traffic flow occur on the site, and the dedicated trailer display areas. Two things that are different since the Plan Commission saw this last. There used to be septic in this area along the east portion of the property, which used to be grass to accommodate the septic. There is now a holding tank located next to the building, which is identified on the site plan. And so the grass area where the septic was torn out was converted to recycled asphalt to match the rest of the layout of the site. So again, the business is now on this holding tank.
Was that done just because the other one failed, or for parking needs, or?
That would be to the current property owner, John, that is here, to explain the explanation instead of the expansion.
John, can you come up to the mic, please? Thank you.
It didn't fail per se, according to the standards of the county, but it failed according to our standards because the pump kept going on and off, and it was 30 years old. And I just decided to put a holding tank in there because there's a floor drain in there, and I didn't want it going into the grass. So we went to the county and we got approved to put a holding tank in. And then so we tore out all the drain field, and then we tore out the holding tanks, and then we just put, because it took up that whole area. So then we capped it with 6 inches of recycled asphalt according to the DNR standards. So it's capped over where the old septic was. So now it just blends as one parking lot. So yeah, we got all.
And prior village president and administrator signed off on that.
Right. And because our code still allows for holding tanks for
Mixed
commercial
use,
properties,
for
but
mixed
not
use.
for single family residential.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
so it's a mixed use tank because of the floor drain. So one bathroom goes in there, and then the floor drain, and then a sink.
Other things I wanted to point out, just that the property has been recently inspected by the Pewaukee Fire Department.
Correct.
And so as far as how chemicals and things that are used for the business are being stored, and that's all up to code and again been inspected. There is some minor amount of gasoline being stored on site, not even associated with vehicle stuff. It's for property maintenance. So it's insignificant. And the parking standard is being exceeded. And the overall, as far as the rest of the exterior, no proposed changes. Is going to continue to be used as it's been. So we have, as far as conditions, we're essentially referencing that this is specifically for this parcel, this tax parcel number, use being limited to the operation of an auto truck and utility trailer sales and repair business with accessory storage use. If you recall, there were 6 stalls on the west side of the parcel where storage had been approved, and that's going to be continued. Again, that could be for camper, boat, trailer, whatever folks are looking to pay to store there. That would be the south 6 spaces in the row of parking on the west side of the lot.
That would be the conditional use that's on there right now, correct?
That's just part of the existing site plan of operation references that, and I think that may have even preceded your use, John. I think that was another owner ago. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's all I have.
The main purpose of it is to basically make sure that, during the purchasing with the banks, that the site maps are all updated and current. So that's just an easy flow of transfer, and just to make sure I said that the banks, as far as permitting, they just want to make sure that everything will be transferred over that is current with the property right now. That was the main thing I said with talking with the banks, that they need some type of assurance. I said with the purchase of the property, that everything, the conditional use is transferable and will be transferred into the new ownership. So that was basically really my goal to be here tonight, was basically to make sure that the site map is up to date with the town of Lisbon. Everyone's happy and satisfied with what's on the property. Again, like I said, the future, I said my business is growing, but one of the lowest trailer dealerships in the state of Wisconsin. So the future plans, I said I would like to amend obviously the 12 parking spots right back there from the 6 for being able to lease out to people in the area for RVs and campers. I'd like to extend that. Not right now, I said, but possibly maybe the next meeting after the purchase, as long as the purchase does go through from 6 to maybe the full 12, or an additional 4. And then also I said just the future plans, just to make sure I said as far as me growing as a business, if you see that John did open up that area with the recycled asphalt towards the front of the road there, possibly open that up for more parking spots, for more trailers. That would basically be my future plans for the property.
I have a question, Mr. Chairman. I just want to verify what you've got down here for hours of operation.
Sure.
They just seem kind of different from 1 to 7.
That's current right now, yes. Yep, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, my business hours are from 1 to 7. Monday through Wednesdays, I'm on the road.
Okay, I mean, if you're satisfied with these, it's out in the middle of nowhere. I'm not
Yeah,
concerned.
if I do purchase the property, once it goes through, we're looking to close somewhere between the middle of November. As you can see, I said the application I did fill out, that's 24 hours that I would be able to be on the premises. I said, obviously owning the property. That was written down on there.
Okay, you don't do anything in the morning.
No.
Okay,
No,
that's
Monday through
fine.
Wednesday, I literally just got back from Louisville this morning. I was there. I said I literally got back an hour to change clothes and then get straight here for the meeting.
Okay, that's fine. If you're, I'm comfortable with it. If you are, it just seems, I've never seen a business that was only open in the afternoon.
Yep.
Okay,
What you guys say is that you want to change the hours, you're gonna have to come all the way back here, you have to go to another meeting, pay more money than ask to change the hours. So-
yeah.
Right.
Was that possible?
Amendment day.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Okay. Yeah, if it's possible to change, I said then, from, Monday, through Saturday, or leave Saturday at, the normal hours. Then Monday through Friday, just do, 9 AM to 7 PM.
Okay, well, you have to request that. If you are, then we can approve that tonight. Otherwise, it's gonna cost you another $500 to do it.
Yeah, well, can I request it right now?
Yeah,
Got it.
Well, and then it would be the same point
Just make
with
more
the,
sense to do it right now.
with the storage of the vehicles. That's the same point. I mean, but I think that's a little bit more.
you
What's
have
the
to
board?
you have to have a new site plan. I mean, you're gonna have to do that anyway, but.
Yeah, that would require an updated site plan, and we have to talk about screening and is it screened appropriately, which was something that we did talk about previously for the 6 that are there.
That might be a little bit more of a,
Yeah, and I said if we did open up, that area, so with the new site map, and site plan stuff to, hold more parking spots in that, area up front. That's something that after the purchase of the property that I can come in again on. Obviously, that's gonna change the site map again, and it'll have to all be discussed.
It is a location where it could make sense, but I mean, as a general rule, we're not, looking to have more outside storage. So
Okay.
that would be, that's a general rule, but yet for this location, does it make sense? I mean, I'm not saying no, but I would say that there'd be a concern, right?
Hey, when we will cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah.
So for
Yeah,
now,
because
let's
if you,
just
at
do-
some of the parking spots, with just how, long some of the trailers are. I'm not saying because how many are available right now on the parking spots that are on the property? How many that are on there? 12, 32? What, John, was it 30? How many?
Let me see what I had in my notes here. 40.
40?
Yep.
So we could also, I said, possibly move on a new site map, I said, to some of the parking spots up front there that just can hold a longer trailer than what's currently posted there for just a standard vehicle size. Because some of the trailers can be 24 feet long, 28 foot long, including the tongue.
Some of the product that you
Yeah,
sell, you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
If the
I said not
approval-
necessarily asking for
Yeah.
more parking spots, but just making them, I said, like some of those in the front, I said those could be moved over that way. Just because some of the trailers, they literally just can't fit in that parking spot.
The plan of operations has 6 vehicles, or does it say 6 vehicles? Does it say 6 stalls? I mean,
Oh, I'm not talking about rental spots, no.
okay,
Just trailer inventory.
all right.
Business
Okay,
business
all right.
inventory.
All right, so with what's in front of us here tonight, with what Oren's recommendation is with the amendment from changing it from 1 PM to 9 AM from Monday through Friday. Is there anything else? I mean,
No, I believe I said as long as it said, the site map's up to date and current, which I believe it is.
Yep, it is.
And everything is good. I said that's all we really needed, just to proceed and make sure that the banks have, so that the, purchase setups can go through us, and that'd be pretty much it.
all right, is there a motion then?
I'll make a motion to approve the site plan of operation amendment request for Expedition Off-Road Truck and Trailer LLC for the property located at W 230N9515 Colgate Road, Lisbon, Wisconsin. Subject to the following, or staff recommendation and engineers comments,
And changing the,
and changing the hours from 1 to 9 AM.
Is there a second to that motion?
I'll second.
All right, motion's made and seconded. Is there any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, say nay. Motion carried 5-0.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I'll get a note to your bank in the morning as well, so.
Yep, and then I'm also going with, Gonia Bank as well.
Okay.
So I'm working on 2 deals with them as well, to see basically who's gonna offer the most money. Waukesha's already a set deal, that's what they provided and offered me, with their final amount, and then Exonia Bank right now, we're talking with Tyson, which is the Vice President of Commercial Lending. On getting a better deal with them, he has a week. To basically come, it's tight, I know we're running it really close, but I think October 31st.
Just call me tomorrow. We talk.
I can talk.
All right. Rhonda, item E then, which is discussion and necessary action on the request of applicant Cameron Mickelson of Mickelson Builders on behalf of the property owner Rhett and Allison Sorman for a major grading permit related to a new home construction on a vacant parcel located along Highway 164, known as Lot 9 of the Hickory Field subdivision. Lisbon tax key number 0164.009 in the UC C-1 and Shoreland overlay zoning districts.
So, sure, I'm gonna start out if you don't mind. That's why I'm here. So anyways, yeah, so Cameron's been working with the property owners, the Sermons, creating a grading plan to try to make this lot, this unique lot, I should say, work for them, and their proposed home. When doing so, they've gone through a couple different renditions of their grading plan. and disturbance on this particular lot, which has got some environmental issues with it. At the original time when the lot was platted, it was platted with the Hickory Fields plat. There was a building envelope that was created for the placement of a home. And when they proposed their grading plan, which was sent to us, as I said, we went through a couple different renditions. They've gotten to a point where their grading plan, the disturbance is now at is at about approximately 30,000 square feet. Where the building envelope itself, it basically said you couldn't disturb any more than 32,670 square feet. They're under that amount, but in order to, previously when we were a township, Waukesha County had the ability to approve a different building envelope, because some of the area that they're looking at grading falls outside of that current building envelope. So the reason why I asked for this to come before you guys is because they are proposing some of that grading outside of the building envelope that is currently shown on the Hickory Fields plat. I don't know if you can pull something up from the.
Share something right now that just kind of shows the boundary of the lot and kind of the corner of where we're talking about, which is the very southeast corner of the parcel.
Yep.
So you can see where the Park River flows through along the western boundary of the lot. And again, the limits of this envelope were in the southeast corner. Again, closer to the right of way for 164.
Will extend a little bit to the north and a little bit to the west.
So so in order to do what they're proposing, they have a small area of their grading plan that falls outside. This is actually one of the older grading plans. I think there was another one in the online.
Yeah.
It's in their pack.
Otherwise, yeah, you do have it in your packets with you. There's a small area that falls outside of the building envelope on the south portion of the parcel and also the southwest portion. And then there's obviously the grading that extends from the building envelope towards 164 that they need to use for access to this particular parcel. So ultimately, though, all of the site grading that they're proposing, that's the current plan right there. All of the site grading that they're proposing, the driveway, the disturbance on the property for grading purposes, and also the septic area. All in all, they're only looking at disturbing 30,600 square feet of the area. So they're actually impacting a smaller area, but they do have some that fall outside that building envelope. You guys now have the ability to approve a different building envelope per se.
Have they done borings, Mitch, where they're planning on putting their mound system that close to the river is gonna work?
Yeah, there were some preliminary borings done, when the subdivision was developed, and then we did our own too as well, about a week and a half ago.
Okay.
And so that was, all the soils are looking good.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. This is a unique piece of property and it's just.
When we talk about proximity to the river, I'll go back to this. This is an older version of the plan, but it kind of shows how far from the river we are. So, river's over here. We're over in this portion of the
Curious
parcel.
what the soils are, but if you say that you get somebody to sign off on it, that's fine.
And someone did 12 years ago as well. I mean, it was obviously that's when I was here for that. And I know Sherry and Brian were as well. So, and I think we talked about how this lot was gonna be, we thought pretty appealing. I mean, so I'm surprised it took so long.
It's a beautiful lot, but it's a challenge.
Sure.
Call them opportunities.
Well, I think the main issue is the access off of 164.
Yeah, I,
And yeah, and
It's
that
not in an
was,
ideal location to
Right.
to come out on the
Mhm.
highway at that point.
but they do have a large hill kind of as a buffer in between there, and obviously all the trees and vegetation there will be preserved, so hopefully it gives them a little bit of screening from the traffic and the noise.
Okay. All right, anything?
Just wanted to conclude it. Cameron is working with the DOT with regards to getting a permit to do work in the right of way to do that final grading that they would need for their access point. So that was one of the conditions that I had within my report, is that he provides a copy of that approval once. You got it?
A couple hours ago.
Okay, sounds good. So that's it.
Mitch, anything else you wanted to add? If you do come on up.
I do just want to point out, there's a minimum basement elevation or minimum lower level floor elevation for this lot and our house. On the grading plan, the engineer actually put the lower level floor elevation lower. It's actually a typo. We're going to be at 981.5, which is above what Brian and Mitch and I had discussed on emails.
So it meets the minimum separation.
Yes, Brian, I mean, I'm assuming you've got the Form A and you'll double check that.
Yeah, I don't have the Form A yet, but yes, I do remember talking about it.
Yep.
Because our separation now is 1.5 feet.
Yeah, and initially it was 3 feet and now it's
Correct.
1.5 feet. And part of that conversation was that we had a foundation drain, which is what we show in the corner there on the west side.
All right. And Orin, you don't have anything really to add here?
I don't. My 2 cents would be that this parcel is planned as far as a land use as primary environmental corridor. It has the C2 zoning. The building footprint was based off of the language for the C2 district as far as allowing a lot that is only zoned C2 to still have a buildable envelope for somebody to do a single family development, which is what we're reviewing tonight. So it's all consistent with the zoning and the land use.
All right, is someone ready to make a motion then?
what's the?
I don't know if Mitch had a specific,
Uh,
oh yeah, yes, he does, yeah. So should I read it off here?
Yeah, I was gonna read the motion, somebody can.
All right. So,
This would not be a recommendation to village board. This would just be plan commission approval.
this is for a major grading permits related to a new home construction on the vacant parcel located along State Highway 164, known as Lot 9 of Hickory Fields subdivision. So we're looking for the approval of that major grading permit. Is there a motion to that effect?
Okay, go ahead.
All right, Joe, you want a second?
Sure.
All right, Rob made the motion, Joe seconded. Is there any additional discussion?
I just want to be sure that it's not a recommendation because Mitch had it as a recommendation.
Yeah, major grading permits don't go to village board. They stay here. Even when they were conditional uses, they stayed here.
Okay.
Motion is for approval, and that's what I seconded.
All right, any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries 5-0. Thank you. And yeah, thanks for coming and welcome the new residents to the village. You're gonna start construction hopefully before too long.
obviously it was still needed going from the application. So. try to-
Christmas is coming.
So next is discussion and necessary action regarding November, December meeting dates due to Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays. We didn't already address this.
We did, but we wanted to place it on the agenda, once we had narrowed down what availability was. So now it is on the agenda for formal action. At the September meeting, we checked with everyone, on the Plan Commission to verify availability. We agreed to cancel the November 26th and December 24th Plan Commission meeting dates and create a special Plan Commission date of Wednesday, December 3rd. And I would request someone make a motion for approval of the same.
So moved.
All right, same time at 6:30.
Yep.
Be
Any-
there or be square.
Any additional discussion?
No.
All right, hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion carries 5-0. You'll remind John and Kurt.
None of the board meetings still on the 10th, right?
Yeah.
In December.
No, it's Christmas.
Planners report, Orin.
So we have a little bit of an extended deadline here for people to submit because of the meeting date moving, but so far we've got one application. So we may have some other village
meet in
matters
January.
to discuss at that meeting. But yeah, so far one development application.
And thank you in advance for having a little flexibility with that one if needed. All right, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion carries. We're adjourned. I got 7:32.
Lovely.